Hello, my name is Samuel Seacat. Previous to teaching, I obtained a Bachelor of Science degree from Indiana University in Tourism, Hospitality, and Event Management. From 2019 to 2024, I worked in multiple leadership positions in the hospitality industry. After these 5 years, I decided to transition to the education sector due to my passion for helping young people reach their full potential. I worked one semester as an instructional assistant, working with 4th, 5th, and 6th graders in multiple subject areas. In addition to this role, I coached a district's middle school tennis team. After one semester, I was offered a lead teacher position in social studies and science for the 4th grade. As an elementary educator, I'll inspire curiosity and creativity using my experience in youth coaching and education to foster teamwork and problem-solving skills, helping students become confident and capable learners in all core subjects. My professional transition will be guided by knowledge and skills that I've obtained through my master's program from Grand Canyon University and my experience in education. Listed here are the degree requirements for the Master's in Elementary Education from the Grand Canyon University. The following are the licensure and certification requirements for the state of Indiana to become a certified Indiana educator. The following are the Indiana professional growth requirements that must be completed after the initial licensing process. On the left side are the professional development hours and the requirements to renew your license. On the right side are relevant laws and policies for Indiana education. An educator has a duty to have effective communication with 4 different stakeholders in the education system. The first would be the students. Educators have a responsibility to ensure students are in a healthy learning environment that supports their emotional, social, and academic needs. Having clear and concise communication with a student can lead to an educator to meeting an individual's needs to reach their full potential. The second would be parents. Educators have a responsibility to effectively communicate with parents in order to have a consistent message being communicated to students from both home and school. Educators need to ensure that parents are aware of strengths and opportunities for their children in academic behaviors and social needs. The third would be co-teachers. Educators have a responsibility to collaborate with co-teachers to best serve the needs of their students. Communication regarding best practices, lesson plans, and areas where students can improve between subjects in different environments. Brainstorming with co-teachers allows for professional development and implementation of new practices to improve a classroom environment. Administrators are the last. Educators have a responsibility to communicate with administrators to where they need support and how support can be best provided for their students. Reviewing evaluations and observations allows an educator to improve their teaching strategies. Communication allows consistent message to be communicated effectively to all stakeholders with the education system, including students, parents, and co-teachers. The following are expectations of educators in terms of technology. An educator has a responsibility to effectively evolve in the development of technology within a classroom setting in order to maintain the pace of the real world. English language learners within the ever-growing diversity within the classroom, various tools can assist with the meeting and needs of these students who are these English language learners. Technological tools such as translation technology, visual support technology, multilingual literature, vocabulary apps, audio support, various online resources can assist in meeting the needs of students who are English language learners. Individualized education plans. Students with special needs can use a variety of technological tools that help them stay on pace with the standards the way they meet their needs. Tools such as text-to-speech, speech-to-text, closed captioning software, online testing platforms, personal device, and others can assist in the meeting the needs of students with individualized educational plans. Individualized learning. Student-centered learning strategies focus on individual learning driving the learning process. Teacher-led practices generally lead to underachieving students to fall behind expected standards of development. Various technological tools can be used in a classroom setting. Artificial intelligence can be used as tools to adjust assignments, projects, and assessments to allow students to reach their full potential. And then in collaboration, a wide range of technological tools can be used to allow collaboration to best serve the students. The gamification of the classroom can allow students to work together in a positive environment that drives competitiveness and format that can make the classroom interactive. Tools such as Google Workplace can create a system in which students can collaborate on assignments and projects together in a format that allows to work together with more independence on their own device. The following are ethical responsibilities of an educator. Responsibilities, the profession. Educators have a responsibility to uphold the standards of policies and laws. These are the bare minimum for teachers to uphold the professional standards of education. Responsibility for the professional competence. Educators have the responsibility to meet state and national standards to create an equitable learning environment for all students and consistently maintaining skills and knowledge to successfully educate students. Responsibility of students. Educators have the responsibility to support the overall well-being by being respectful and setting appropriate boundaries in all aspects and creating a healthy professional relationship. And finally, the responsibility to the school community. Educators have a responsibility to create harmonious relationships with students, parents, coworkers, and administrators. And then the responsibility and ethical use of technology. Educators have the responsibility to use technology appropriately and personally and professionally. This includes social media, monitoring for safe use of technology in the classroom, and protecting the privacy of all stakeholders within the educational environment. On this slide, we'll cover the professional standards practice. There's professional conduct. Educators have a responsibility to show professionalism through timeliness, attitude, attendance, and appearance. Professionalism is shown through kindness, respect, and participation in the school's community learning development. Then reflection and curiosity. Educators have the responsibility to seek feedback from all stakeholders in the school community and grow based on this feedback. Educators obtain this feedback from administrators, colleagues, and students in order to effectively rid the learning process of ineffective practices. Then honesty and compassion. Educators have the responsibility to show fairness in their interactions. Educators show this by being open-minded, consistent in decisions, and basing decisions off school policy with transparency. Following covers data-based teacher development. Educators have the responsibility to develop their strategies, plans based on data and research rather than simply intuition. Data-based decision-making is ever-growing and evolving technological world. Teaching and learning practices should be based off data to develop and improve overall student success. Previous interventions should be reflected on and tracked in order to develop new educational strategies in order to improve the overall school system. My first professional learning goal has to do with engagement. My goal is to enhance instructional practices to improve student engagement and academic achievements in the science studies. The 3 steps below are the steps I will take in order to complete this goal. My second goal covers communication. A key factor to being successful supporting student is clear communication with the parents and/or guardians. The following 3 steps will be how I will complete this goal as well. Maintaining these practices and strategies will allow me to develop professionally and create a healthy environment for students to succeed. Thank you.